Hey friends, it's me, sad video time. It's about time I make this video. Not sure how this is gonna work out. I got the heater furnace, diesel heater on. I got the fan blowing on the oil boiler. I don't know what you call it. Circulating heat. We don't have all the insulation in yet. And I only have my light strips, well, one right there, and the lights over there. So, for now, deal with it. But anyways, I've been thinking about this for a long time. It happened almost a year ago today. Would have been a year ago, end of this month, which is February. I don't remember if it's the last day of February or first day of March or what. But my little brother had a drinking problem. He would stop eating and he would only drink till he's puking, drinking till he's fast asleep, drinking in his sleep, I'm assuming. Doctors told him, if you keep doing this, you're gonna die. And that's what happened. This is not a video to tell you to stop drinking or stop partying or doing drugs. This is going to be a start of talks about addiction and depression and death and things like that. And eventually I want to start a foundation or benefit or something to help people that went through things like our family did. When Mom died, this year, June, will be 11 years since Mom passed away. That was prescription pain med addiction. She was labeled accidental overdose. That one I ignored, I think is the right word. Blacked it out, didn't want to believe that Mom had a problem until it was too late to really do anything. That story is for another time. With Justin, didn't know how bad it was, but once we figured it out, it was easy to tell when he was drinking again. But let's start with the good. January last year, best month I ever had with him. He was sober, got him starting to go to AA, started therapy, started doing antidepressants. He was picking up his kids. I got to see them, and it was amazing. He'd moved back home with me and Dad. For whatever reason, I don't know that. I was teaching him how to work on cars. He was first helping me with the truck because I'd blown up the front diff, and I needed a second person. We're going to the junkyard, and he's like, well, hey, I got this piece of junk, Pontiac Aztec, which there'll be videos about that because we still have it, and I got to do some work on it. But he changed the shocks on his own. Like before January, like even in the beginning, he was scared to pick up a tool. And I would hand him like the big impact wrench. Hold on. This is the little one. I hand him the big one to take off like the lug nuts, and he would be scared to use it and want to do it the hard way with the 4-way or the regular lug nut wrench you get in the back of your car. And I'm like, bro, this is way better, way faster, way easier. So he got not scared of that. And then I started teaching him how to diagnose problems. And he was telling me sometimes he's got heat, sometimes he doesn't have heat, and this was January, February when it's cold. And so I was like, hey bro, instead of just telling you what I think it is, take my thermometer, find all the hoses going to the radiator and going to out of the motor into the car or anywhere, check temperatures and report back to me. He told me they were all warm, and I'm like, well, let me come out, double check that you got them all, and we'll go from there. And we found out that his thermostat was, for the most part, stuck closed. And I was like, oh, sorry, bro. With this car, it's going to take forever. We got to do it in the driveway, and I have enough problems with my own truck. And you can still drive the car. And, or maybe the thermostat was stuck open. I don't know. It was broken. Doesn't matter which way. But then we're at the junkyard, and he's all like, hey, this guy from AAA, he's got a garage, he's got a heater, he said he's got tools, he knows how to do it all. He said he'd help me get it done. I'm like, see, bro, AA, it's not all bad. Like, you're finding people to help you with things. This is what it's all about. Anyways, something triggered him. He started drinking, but he wasn't hammered all the time. So I was like, you know what? I'll stay calm, because I was getting really angry before. But I could tell he was really trying. He was talking about it. He was still doing his Skype therapy meetings. But the end of the month, it started happening again. And, well, I didn't know what to do. Because of his help, the front diff was working, so I had four-wheel drive again. I had talked about going up north during the wintertime because I wanted to take pictures of all the water underneath Mackinac Bridge frozen. I'd never seen that before, never been up there in wintertime. Whole different world up there. But anyways, he was so drunk. He was falling all over. Didn't know who I was, just looking at me like, who are you? Why are you looking at me? Why are you here, bro? I wanted to call the cops, 911, whatever, but I didn't know what to do because he wasn't saying he's trying to kill himself. He wasn't bleeding. He wasn't asking for help. And he fell a couple more times, and I checked on him, and by the time I got there, he had already gotten up and went back in his bedroom. So in the morning, I texted Dad, and was like, hey, you gotta check on Justin. I'm out of here. I was hoping Dad would check on him that night and ended up calling. But he didn't. I think he went the next day, next afternoon or morning. And he was dead in the bathroom. It was an awful, awful death. I don't wish that on anybody. And if you have any questions, you can ask. I'm open, honest. It's gonna be ongoing. There's a letter he wrote one of his old co-workers. I'm gonna get stories from his friends, and eventually I'll get stories from family of happier times, things like that. But things I've learned since then. I could have called and asked for a wellness check just to make sure he's okay. But with how the upstairs of the house smelled, pure, rotting alcohol vomit, and how he was just falling everywhere, his body was already shutting down. He was gonna die. His kids might have been able to say goodbye, but really, honestly, I think it was better they did not see him as bad as he was at the end. And I basically left him for my dad to find. Dad is glad that he was the one who found him. I mean, he doesn't like it, but he's glad it was him and not me, so I didn't have to see him that way. And let me tell you, being scared to go home because you think your brother might be dead or your son might be dead, and then being scared to go home because you know how bad it smells and you know how sick he was and you don't know what it looks like, you know, that's a fucked up, shitty feeling. And another thing, his kids, I love them. I would sell everything of mine except for probably the tools, because I use the tools. I make money with them. I save money fixing my own truck with them. But I would sell both of the Jeeps out there. I would sell this camper and live in the house. I would sell everything but probably my laptop. I would get that back from my friend. Well, my laptop and my server. I would keep my TV because that's my main source of entertainment. And everything else, poof, gone. But I don't get along with the parents, the mothers, whatever they are now, for many reasons. So, A, I knew they had someone taking care of them. B, I knew they had a roof over their head. And C, I knew they had food. And they had people willing to give them food if they needed. So, I never asked about them because I didn't have to worry. I had this house to worry about. I had myself to worry about. And one of the hardest things to realize is not my kids, not my fucking problem, really. But my GoFundMe did get a large amount of money, and I want to add to that. And I want to give a portion of it to each kid when they turn 18. And then the rest of it when they turn like 25. But we'll see when we get there. Yeah, I guess the moral of this is if you have a problem, seek help. Your real friends will be there for you. And if someone's pushing you to keep drinking or doing drugs or anything, they're not a real friend, and you probably need to get rid of them. Yeah, I guess this is a good place to stop. Miss my bro, miss my mom. Can't change it, but you know. And this will be a bunch of series of videos. I'm not sure what I'm going to title it yet, but you know, I'll figure it out. Sometimes I'll be here, maybe sometimes you'll see the computer setup. I gotta clean it up right now, it's gross. But a lot of times I will probably figure out a place to put the phone and either record my drive or record myself while I'm driving and just talk. Get different things out. But anyways, yeah. Be responsible with your partying, drinking, and drug use. Even your prescription drug use. Anyways, peace out.